So we're back with La Bataille de Nieuport 1600 from Vivictus magazine, issue number 105. One of my favorite war games, systems. This battle is not so exciting as from what I've seen so far, but the system is still incredible. Where are we? Still on turn one, but very late in turn one. I think I rolled for Mendoza over here, Spanish wing commander Mendoza, to continue, and he failed, so he's done. So now we come back over to the last march order, the last unactivated march order, the last order actually. That's Temple here, with the march order. I'm going to go through this again. So step A is preemption attempt. The Spanish cannot preempt because all of their wing commanders have already activated. So you only preempt with an unactivated leader. But you know, now that I think about it, I might as well check if the army commander can preempt. Okay, so there are only mentions to wing commanders preempting, and you preempt a wing. Yeah, you're using a wing to preempt, and I guess the army commander is not a wing commander, and army commander does not have a wing. So by all of that, I will go ahead and deduce army commander like Albert there cannot preempt. Okay, so then we go to order change. Temple here is going to keep his march order. We won't change that, so there is no order change. We go to unit step C, which is unit actions. So he is going to move forward with his infantry there. 1 and 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so the infantry is going to have to, infantry changes facing at a cost of 2 MPs per vertex. So this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, so that is Temple. Okay, now here, this is one thing. You know, I'm going to go ahead and do a double check one more time, because what I'm getting at is, that's the end of step C. Step C. Step D is close combat. We obviously don't have any because Temple's wing is way back here, the rear guard. Then we go to continuation attempt, step C. The activated wing may attempt to continue and go again. This is one thing I don't get, and I wonder if Musket and Pike does this different. But there's essentially no penalty whatsoever for just attempting to continue. So what's the thinking here? There's no penalty, so it's not like this is force marching or something by the rules. So I don't know what the thinking was there, but there is no penalty, so that I can see anyways. Yeah, I looked again. I can't find any penalty, any reason not to always attempt a continuation. So anyways, here's the continuation preemption interception table right here. Temple has current march orders. So we go to the march order, current order march, so 2 or less to continue. None of these modifiers apply. So the wing commander's command value is 0, so it's nothing. Temple's 0. -1 if the wing is composed only of cavalry. No, it's mixed. It's cavalry and infantry. and the +1 if the wing commander is adjacent to an enemy unit, not broken. They're not even close to the enemy. So it's just a simple, wow, look at that, they get a 0. So I didn't really want to go again, but I guess I will consolidate the wing a bit, but I was just moving it up a little bit. This is my reserve here, so it's not like they're racing to go anywhere. So I'll move them up another hex or two, but I do want to mention something for completeness sake. So for completeness sake, this is the original French Vivictus magazine tables, charts and tables for the game, for Nieuport 1600. Under the reactivation, preemption, and interception table, this one modifier here, this one right here, +1, that one right there in the middle, that one, actually I've found two discrepancies. This one, that entire modifier is just not reproduced at all on the English translation. We have modifiers for continuation, preemption. These are all the same as the French. Modifiers for interception. These are all the same as the French, except this one is just not there at all. The other discrepancy, while I'm talking about it, is right here. This is just for completeness sake. So this is the change of orders table for the original French. You can see under to go from rally to march is 3 or less, but on the English translation it's changed to 2 or less. In other words, it's a little harder, or I should flip that around and say I'm guessing, and this is only a wild guess, I'm guessing, well actually let me first of all say that I've always assumed that the English translation here came after the publication, after the published rules. And so therefore I went ahead and assumed that these are changes that were made from experience playing the game. And so maybe players found it too easy. That's what it looks like to me, because let's see. So this makes it, well, I don't know how you want to look at it. Was it 40% chance of going from rally to march? I don't know. Maybe it was found to be too easy, and so it's 2 or less. I've thought about which one I want to go with, and I've decided that I want to go with this one. Make it a little harder to go from rally to march. As far as the other one, I don't think this modifier, I don't think it applies, but that's only a guess. So if my guess is right that it doesn't apply, then obviously there's no reason for it to be reproduced on the English translation. So I just mentioned those for completeness sake. Again, I'm choosing to go entirely with the English translation with its few changes. So back to the overall turn structure. You have the initiative, then you have not alternating. You have wing activations. Then when all the wings are done activating, then you have the next phase, which is the rout phase. So broken units must make a rout movement, and we have routed units on both sides. We have this routed unit and we have these routed units over there that I can see right away. He's just shaken. He's just disordered. Okay, so I think it's these, this Dutch and these two Spanish. So let's talk about route movement. So this is probably a great example of the succinctness of these rules. There's just one paragraph of 3 sentences. That's it. During this phase, the rout phase, each broken unit uses its normal movement allowance to move along the path of least resistance toward the edge of the map. Oh, that's interesting. Normal movement. Okay, so not the disordered movement. So you do have to flip back over and look at their normal movement, like 8 in this case. Okay, so again, path of least resistance back towards the friendly map edge, which is given in this scenario, but it's obvious for this battle. I mean, Dutch, Spanish, but it's still path of least resistance, and it pays normally for changes in facing, and must keep its back to the enemy. So, and must keep its back to the enemy. If a unit cannot fully move and or exits the map, it is eliminated and counts towards victory. And that's it. So I think we go 2. Boy, this is going to be bad. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now what? I think that they are allowed to make their way around. With normal changes and everything. So 5, 6 is changed for cavalry. 7, 8, I guess. Huh. Yeah, I think going this way would cost more. I think the cavalry would avoid the cavalry would have to avoid the dunes entirely. That raises the question of what happens to routed cavalry that are in the dunes and can't move out. Actually, now that I see, they could move out of the dunes. Looks like in every case. So okay, maybe it just doesn't come up. So I think that is, boy, that's bad. So the next turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and they're off the map. So really 2 route moves, and that cavalry is off the map edge. That's interesting. Okay. And then we'll do the Spanish route move. Spanish route movement. Oh, they're cavalry too. 10. They're wait. Still 2 for the difficult terrain there. So yeah, it is 2. So path of least resistance would probably be 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're off the board. They're off the board, so we have the first casualty. Spanish gendarmes. I mean, that movement allowance of 10 takes them right off the board. These guys are, they're the same, but they might come right up to the edge of the map. So path of least resistance, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to the enemy. Full normal move allowance towards their route edge of the board. Paying for normal facing changes. Okay, that ends the first turn.